All right, hold on. Gotta turn this down. Jesus Christ, what a nightmare. Almost 1 million views. How does he not have 1 million views? How does any video from YouTube from 2010 not just have 1 million views? Especially ones of... Why does it sound like it has a delay? The hell? That's got like a delay on it. The fuck? I mean, I think it sounds fine, but... Hold on, I'm gonna put the jazz music on. Why is there a delay? Yeah, I'm like messing around with stuff. I'm not delayed. I've actually got an audio gate. I might... This is dangerous. I might reset the sound card. I'm gonna do that. Because that, whatever the hell that is, I don't like that. So I'm gonna unplug it, and I'll plug it back in. And God help us, I hope it doesn't break everything. Jesus Christ. That looks okay. That looks okay. It was just the audio. All right, and hold on. Fixed. I have no idea why that happened. But there was like a weird delay. Maybe it's that safe mode or something I enabled? Your ears feel fuzzy. Is this a rerun? No. Where the hell's my camera? My cheap ass cables? It's not the cables. No, I'm using the Scarlett, which is like a $200 audio device, maybe $300 audio device. Apparently, it's sound card functionality. It sounds good, but it's just maybe not super reliable. Scarlett's like one of the best audio interfaces you could purchase. It's at the very least like the standard. With a 0.5 cable would probably be more reliable. There was a guy talking to me while I had reruns running. I saw some of that. 5-cent cable? It's not a 5-cent cable. It's got nothing to do with the cable. It's all digital. So I have the Scarlett Solo 3rd Gen USB audio interface, but like there's nothing like I did research actually last week looking for something better. I couldn't really find anything. Pretty sure this is just what everybody uses. So unless I very specifically got boned, I guess I could buy the M Audio, but that's cheaper. I could buy the PreSonus. That looks identical. PreSonus sounds like a... They're cheap? They're not cheap. I think I got them from Monoprice. Are we talking about the USB cable or the XLR cable? There's no buzzing or static in my audio. And if you don't have that, then you're fine. I can buy the Studio 1824C. How much is that? Abandoned product, no support, no stereo monitoring. Malicious software. No, I mean, that's for the competitor. Like, that's what you get. Like, I don't understand anything that is not like literally professional grade, like creation equipment is all this like dodgy ass stuff. It's like you can use it, but sometimes it's just gonna just break suddenly. We're talking about content creation equipment and software. Like, I remember it was like Elgato came out with like this pretty nice quality web camera. And people are like, wow, the quality is so great, like when they plug it in. And then like a week later, reviews were coming and like, yeah, so sometimes my Elgato camera just stops working. Just shuts down. What do I do? Which, to be fair, has been mostly my experience when using Elgato equipment. Their stuff is garbage, man. It is not good. Not good stuff. I've mostly bought AverMedia stuff, and AverMedia stuff has been way better from like a reliability standpoint sort of thing. Like, if any of you ever like want to dabble even moderately seriously into content creation, treat it like you would any other hobby and just spend a little bit more. Like, just a little bit more. And get like the AverMedia stuff. SSDs can overheat, I believe. NVMEs can. Haven't played the Aspen update yet. Is it any good for the longevity of Sunbreak? I mean, if in the short term you will be grinding another 10 to 20 hours just to get to the end of the Afflicted research, and that's not counting Flaming Espinas weapons or augments on the Mitsu stuff or the Camelio stuff or even the Flaming Espinas stuff. Yeah, I mean, it adds, it's a good title update. The issue, if we want to talk about it, the problem with Sunbreak and really Rise comes back to there's just not really like a very good, thriving online play. Like, there's no Kulv Taras, there's no Safi Jiva, there's no Behemoth or Extremith, there's no Elatrion, there's no Fatalis, there's really no equivalent. There's no ATs. Like, those are all monsters in World and Iceborne people kind of struggled with. And it made it a very fun and vibrant game to play online because you'd be out there helping them. Do I have a skincare routine? Every morning after I shower, I apply a lotion to my face. That's it. That's the only thing I do. I don't go outside that often. When I do, and I plan to be out for a while, I wear sunscreen. Core gameplay loop isn't satisfying enough to play the game and help people with whatever they're doing. I think some monsters with some weapons are plenty of fun. I think Afflicted research was a mistake. I think Shup said this first. Somebody said it first. If you just got rid of that requirement entirely and you just leveled up quests to a cap and then it dropped other things, that would be fine. But it very definitely limits people from playing together. So, like, we've had people like Fire Cannon like wants to join the lobby, but he's like AR 99. They're like, sorry, like I'm trying to get to AR 120 and I'm at AR 110. I could drop down, maybe. You know, so that those are all separated. It's just a little, it's just weird, man, you know, and you can't, there's nothing like, I honestly believe Suzuki and his team has really done as much as they can within their own power to design and make a better game than Rise. I think almost every decision they've made in Sunbreak has improved upon Rise in some way. So Rampages are gone. They sucked. The support missions, while they were relevant, I thought were quite a bit of fun. I think the Afflicted quests from a design standpoint, definitely better than Tempered Monsters. Definitely better than Hypers. You know, I mean, about equivalent to guild quests. You know, I did not love Apex monsters. You know, I'm at a point now where if I'm doing like a high level for you or an Apex monster, like I'll do it. But I didn't like the arbitrary bouncing. Like I didn't like that too much. But maybe I'm just a baby. But they're definitely putting these sort of limits in that feel like anyone that was playing Rise on release, the jump from base Rise to Rise, what was it, the 2.0 patch or the 1.0 title update? The first title update, you could have been playing the game for like, you could have had like over 100 hours. And then it's like, okay, now you need to grind up your HR to be able to fight Chameleos. And that just felt kind of bad and weird. And it's like, you know, I've put all this time in. Why do I got to sink more time in? Like, I've already put hundreds of hours into this expansion. I don't mind if you give me more key quests. Like, if I got to clear Alatreon and then Fatalis. Like, if it was like, if you want to do the new investigations, if they're like, okay, you need to kill Flaming Espinos and Violet Mitsu and then Risen Chameleos, of course. Like, no one's going to complain about that. That's 3 quests. They're new quests, it's new content. That would be fine. But then you can't even bank your experience. And like, again, I get it. They want it to drop and they want it to be like, okay, people are going to be stuck into it for a while. But, you know, not even like there's anything else really going on right now. But for the most part, I just kind of want to get to the end of the title update 2 content so that I'm ready for title update 3 content, and rather doing the stuff that I want to do, which is like farm Flaming Espinos stuff and then like play around with curious crafting rolls, I find myself fighting freaking Great Roggy because he's going to give me an extra 60% afflicted research points so that I can actually get to the end of it. It's crazy. So I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said on or in or around Sunbreak. And that's the thing, like the world's title updates, like when a world title update dropped, what did you get? You got a new design gathering hall, you got sales in the stores, you got a new armor set, at least, you got a new layered set, at least. You usually got like a new AT at least, with also a new armor set. And then usually they had like new events that gave something to do each drop. And we haven't really seen that since Base World. I mean, we had a tiny bit of that in Iceborne. Iceborne gets a bit of a pass. I know they got hit hard by coronavirus, so like, what are you gonna do? You know, Japan went into mega lockdown at the beginning of it, and I'm sure they were struggling to figure out how to get anything done. But by the time Rise came out, and certainly by the time like Sunbreak is out, like, fight a crab for eggs? You know? The only good layered armor you could get right now, you have to be NA or Canada, and you gotta stream on Discord. I haven't even done that yet. I still got to do that. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we get this, you know, we'll get event layered, but like there's not any skills attached to it. They don't even have to be, all it needs is one side grade piece for people to be like, I'm glad this event armor dropped. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Hope. Just hope that next Monster Hunter Sex ends up being good. Have I seen the new Wild Hearts footage? We're gonna watch it. I have not seen it yet. We're about to watch it. By the way, Japanese class this morning. Lyndon-san interviewed me. He wanted to know what I did. He said, "You're self-employed. Isn't that scary?" And we talked about all sorts of things. But he did eventually get me to show the Twitch channel, which was streaming at the time, because of the replays. I'm like, oh, it's live. I forgot about that. And I talked about Monster Hunter, and one of my other classmates is Monster Hunter. I played Monster Hunter World. That game was great. And I said, thank you. I think so too. I was the North American champion in 2018. And I talked about the dream match in Japan. I said, after I got first in the US, I went to the dream match and I got 4th out of 5th. And they're like, wow, that's really good. You didn't get last. I said, I know, that's great for NA. He said, yeah, usually we get destroyed by the Koreans and the Japanese. And I said, I know, we did, but I did beat Hong Kong. But there is like this recognition that just not to get last as North American is pretty good. I did not talk about Ryozo calling me champion. No, it's a big deal, man. Look, Europe didn't even show up, okay? Great Britain's not even part of Europe anymore anyway, so you wouldn't have been invited. So I'd have been 3rd to last if they did. I'm trying to think of any famously powerful... I guess if Very Dave was there, he would have been pretty good. Very Dave is a very good... although I don't know if he's... I think he's still in the UK. He just got a house. That person can now claim they've encountered the NA champ. Eric should have carried you? You know, I saw Eric stream once, and he said something that haunts me. He does something very unique with his gameplay and streaming setup. Does anyone know what that is? He talks about it. Apparently his chat like rags on him about it. Does anyone know? It's actually kind of unhinged. Like, actually demented. I have no idea why he does it. So, when he plays video games while he streams, he plays off of his OBS preview window. Which, like, even if there's, like, very minimal latency, that's, like, a crazy thing to do. Because you've got your capture card, you've got your screen, you've got whatever OBS might be doing to it. I mean, you could do it. You could do it. But it's like, it's kind of unhinged. Like, some cards are definitely better than others. Like the AverMedia card that I have claims to have the fastest response time possible. But even that being said, like, there's still latency. He was speedrunning Mario 64 off the OBS window? It doesn't matter how high-end your hardware is, there's always going to be, like, more of a delay than just playing off another screen. Like, okay. If you were traveling and you had a single laptop with a single capture card, and you didn't want to invest in getting an external monitor, and you're just gonna do it for a couple days, all right, okay. All right. But yeah, you got your camera, you got your freaking alerts going off. It's demented. It's completely unhinged. So Wild Charts has apparently dropped a new trailer. It's like 7 minutes. I have not seen it yet. We're gonna watch it. I'll do the react thing to it. I saw comments. It makes, just the comments alone make me a little nervous. People are saying Monster's not moving all that much. I'm getting it up right now. That sounds like Tokiden. Like when I think of Tokiden, I think of a monster not moving as you struggle to input a perfect combo. 7 minutes of gameplay 5 hours ago. So it dropped at 10 a.m., which is when I thought it would drop. Okay. Okay. My camera keeps moving, but rather than moving the camera now, I just like adjust the cropping. This is just what I do. I mean, I'm worried the monsters are too big to be able to have a normal fight with them. That's my main concern. I mean, the graphics on its own, like just looking at this, they look fine. I'm not going to immediately hate on the idea of having like tools and objects and stuff like that, because that's obviously like a big design element of what the game is supposed to be about. It seems rather wasteful just leaving it behind though. Like, is all this stuff just get like left around in the wilderness? For a second, I thought he was going to launch himself. I guess he's going to create like a little line. I wonder if that thing overheats. What is the name of this game? This is Wild Hearts. It's the game being developed by Koei Tecmo, published by EA. He's just there. The way that you come across him so casually like that gives me the feeling that it might be a little bit more like Dauntless, and that you're expected to fight more large monsters in more of a rapid sequence. Because that didn't seem like a big, like, here's the monster. It's just like, oh, there's the monster. Oh, hold on. Can I skip the ads? All right, hold on. We're waiting. We're gonna wait. Hold on. We're waiting to start. We'll wait for you guys. LMAO. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because Dauntless is still fun. You know, is there a downside to Dauntless? Really, the things that I need the most from Dauntless for it to be at the same level of Monster Hunter, and by the way, Monster Hunter is nerfing itself in this way. It needs more hit reactions from your weapon on the monster. The hit stop and like blood or just better particle effects that come off when you hit them, yeah. Different animation style? Like, I don't necessarily hate the animation style. There's some things that, like, the run animation looks like you crapped your pants and you're shuffling around. That's not great. Hold on, I gotta restart my chat program. Let's see how long until the guys are back. It's still 2 minutes. At this rate, God of War will forever own on Monster Hunter with hit reactions? So, I disagreed completely with Monster Hunter World. But honestly, if you compare God of War to Monster Hunter Rise, they kind of have a point. You know, I mean, even with a true charge slash now, there's barely any hit stop. Like, you basically need to attack into a pack of monsters to feel like your weapon has any weight to it. Switch X counter actually has it. Yeah, with the blood mod I use on Rise, I actually basically disable the lights. It basically gets turned, they basically get removed. The crit reactions. But yeah, for Dauntless, that would have to be a big part. I don't necessarily mind the progression treadmill that they've got going on in Dauntless. Most of the monsters are fine, but it's clear that they're still... You know, Monster Hunter has the benefit of having been developing skeletons and animations and concepts since 2005. Dauntless has been going since, what, 2017, 2018? Ads done for Ranrand? Where are we? Still says it's got a minute to go. Anyone else still in an ad? They can't hear me. I don't know why I said that. Like, they'd be like, me, streamer? I can't see the stream. All right. All right, we're going to go back to it. But we're just talking about Dauntless. And Rise. And hit reactions. So let's keep a close eye to what those look like. All right, there was, like, literally 0 hit stop. Monster itself looks okay and pretty well animated. Is that you? They died? Well, they take 1 hit and they died? I'm assuming this would have been like an introductory quest to introduce some gameplay elements or something. I do like the design of the monsters. Ingredients 7 out of 20. Do you have a limited amount of room in your bag for like carves? I don't know what I think about that. That seems like kind of like an old concept at this point, but whatever. I wonder if sneaking is an actual mechanic here. Well, there's lots of other ways to get around quickly other than walking, right? And running looks fine. His teeth look gnarly, man. This is Wild Hearts, game made by Koei Tecmo, the people that made Toukiden, and is being published by EA. So it really does look like they want you to spend a lot of time either A, hitting the legs, or B, using the terrain and your equipment to actually get proper hits on things. Like he was about to use his long distance attack, and then he got owned. That's neat. Is that going to stop him? Is he going to like bounce off of it? Sliding is neat. This is very Toukiden-esque in the sense that after you break something, it will sometimes come back as a stronger version. Are those tonfas? Lore behind the Fortnite boxes? Your characters just have hunting equipment that they use. I mean, yes, I mean, everybody sees it as Fortnite equipment. Well, I guess they're like, if Monster Hunter's not going to use it, we will. I don't hate the equipment. I really don't. It just depends on how balanced it is. Presumably it'll have a cooldown, or you'll have limited resources anyways, right? Didn't really stay down for all that long, did he? Well, having a transforming weapon is always something I've said would be really great. At least changing your attacks. Like I've always said, having a melee weapon that powers up a ranged attack, or a ranged attack that then powers up a melee attack, would be great. I don't know. I feel like Unlucky, this still gives us a lot to go off of. Like at the very least, even if it's scripted, even within the context of the script, they're supposed to be demonstrating to you what the gameplay loop is going to be like. No, I think that weapons just have like either charged or timed finishers. And I think that was the longswords. I'm going to click the Learn More button. Learn more about the ancient tech. Hold on. I feel kind of disgusted being on a page with EA on it. Learn more about the Kabuki tech in November. Hunt begins February 17th. Would be cool if you get on top of the monster. It's possible that you'll be able to, or certain weapons will be able to ride them. It's not really a whole lot out there, is there? Here's the biggest challenge for this game. Let me make sure first. I can't tell if it's only next gen or not. It says PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and Epic. So maybe it'll work on last gen? I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to find out if it's next gen only. So it might be next gen only. It's apparently $70. Not free to play. Not saying it should be free to play. I mean, I'm going to be playing it no matter what. You know, at this point, it's not like I'm going to be doing afflicted research investigations in February. I mean, what are we getting? Next title update? End of November? And then there might be a fourth title update in January or February, right? Something like that. Yeah, we're definitely getting another title update next year. No, I mean, I don't think there's any way for us to know how many of them there will be. I'll say this. If it's anything like Title Update 2, I'm not... Here, I like Title Update 2, and I like the game, but I don't know that it did enough to make it so that, like, people are really excited to watch more content on it. Website says next gen only. I must have missed that. Thank you. Maybe it'll run on the Steam Deck. I mean, a Steam Deck isn't more powerful than an Xbox One or a PS4, though. But maybe on PC, they can get it running at 30 FPS on low on the Steam Deck. Maybe? You can say 2.0 wasn't good. It's like, I like all the new monsters. I like fighting Pyre, Arachne, Kodachi. I just hate leveling up my afflicted research. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I mean, it's not that I don't... That's the only problem I have. All right, here's what I'll do. Maybe we'll just do SOS. We'll do a little SOS. You can cheat. I'm not going to... I've come this far. I'm not just going to cheat my afflicted research. Just use bowguns? Were you the one that was saying that this game was designed for bowguns? So here's the issue, Thirsty VGC. I could fight whatever I want to level up my afflicted research, but it's like so slow. It is so slow when you do it that way. It's like really bad. What new monsters? We're just talking about the monsters that we've been fighting. We're talking about Title Update 2 in general.